man's fantasy became reality. In a form never seen before, a giant cooking arena, the Kitchen Stadium. The motivation for spending his fortune to create Kitchen Stadium was to encounter new original cuisines, which could be called true artistic creations. To realize his dream, he first secretly started selecting the top chefs of various styles of cooking. And he named his men the Iron Chefs, the invincible men of culinary skills. Iron Chef Japanese is Masaharu Morimoto. Iron Chef French is Hiroyuki Sakai. Iron Chef Chinese is Chen Kenichi. And Masahiko Kobe is Iron Chef Italian. The Kitchen Stadium is the arena where Iron Chefs await the challenges of master chefs from around the world. Both the Iron Chef and Challenger have 1 hour to tackle the theme ingredient of the day, using all their senses, skills, creativity. They're to prepare artistic dishes never tasted before. And if ever a challenger wins over the Iron Chef, he or she will gain the people's ovation and fame forever. But this man has even bigger dreams. Yes, he is on a quest to see and experience more from around the world. In Paris, in Beijing, in Hong Kong and other exotic locales. Kitchen Stadium is the arena where you'll meet the master chefs from around the world and their artistic creations. What inspiration will today's challenger bring, and how will the Iron Chef fight back? The heat will be on!
If memory serves me right, Chinese cuisine in Kyoto was not quite to my liking. But I have found one man who may change my perceptions. He was one of the first Japanese to master Chaozu-style Chinese, the most demanding in preparation and most pleasing to discerning gourmets.
Well, you can't cheat in flavoring when you're serving things to people in Kyoto. You need to spend a lot of time in preparation. Now, in that sense, I think the Chozu style fits right in with other Kyoto dishes. I think that's the best solution.
Chaozu-style Chinese cuisine. The name is taken from a Cantonese port city. It focuses on enhancing the natural flavor of the ingredients and is considered one of the most intricate of cooking methods. The taste has depth and body, which is to the liking of the Japanese. And it starts with tea and closes with tea, just as it is in tea ceremonies. We must check out this man, the best in Chaozu Chinese. Today's challenger, a new breeze of Chinese cuisine in Kyoto. From Kyoto Hotel, Chef Kaoru Miyazawa. He started his career at age 20. He didn't want to give up cooking, so he gave up college. And 4 years later, he became intrigued with Chaozu-style Chinese and stayed in Hong Kong for quite a while. By age 30, he had mastered all he needed. And at 33, he was invited by Kyoto Hotel to head their Chinese kitchen. Miyazawa's works focus on the natural taste of the ingredients using the intricate skills of Chaozu cuisine. I believe from this day forward, our perceptions of Chinese cuisine in Kyoto will change. So now, Miyazawa, show us true Chaozu-style cooking and open our eyes to Kyoto's Chinese cuisine.
I want to show the viewers that Kyoto also has very good Chinese cuisine as well.
中華料理の中で実は一番日本人の口に合うと言われる長州料理、その長州料理を自在に操る第一人者がやってまいりました。しかも京都一のあのホテルから。さあ皆さん大きな拍手でお迎えください。京都ホテル通り料理長宮沢薫。
Entering Kitchen Stadium, a skilled chef from the Chinese restaurant at Kyoto Hotel, the oldest Western-style hotel in the ancient capital. Miyazawa's a wizard in the Chaozhou style of Chinese cooking, creating exquisite flavors with depth. Your perception of Chinese cuisine might be altered because of this man.
どうもようこそ。
Nice to meet you.
実はですね、
Yes.
その京都の中華というと
Yes.
どうしてもこうイメージしないと言いますか、そういうところがあるんですけど、
Yes.
いかがなんでしょうか。
Kyoto has some good places too.
楽ですよね。
Yes.
今日はどうぞ頑張ってください。
Thank you, I'll do my best.
それではあなたを迎え撃つ3人の鉄人を登場させましょう。
Yes.
よみがえるがいアイアンシェフ。
Rising into the stadium, Japan's culinary leaders, the three Iron Chefs. Iron Chef Chinese Chen Kenichi, Iron Chef French Hiroyuki Sakai, and Iron Chef Japanese Masaharu Morimoto. They are the ones who show us the way.
さあ伺いましょう。誰と戦いますか。
Chen-san, please.
All right, a classic Chinese cuisine battle is what we'll have. The challenger choosing Chen Kenichi. He's the son of Chen Kenmin, the god of Szechuan cooking. Chen has furthered his father's glorious legacy and has been all but invincible in Kitchen Stadium. But today, the refined skills of the Szechuan sage are put to the test against an expert in Chaozhou cooking. Can Chen stave off the attack?
今回は中華の腕を試すにはもってこいのあの古典的な魚をマリモで有名な阿寒湖からわざわざ取り寄せました。湖の鯛とも呼ばれるあの魚。それでは発表します。今日のテーマはこれです。今日のテーマは阿寒湖のでっかい声。
Lake Akan in Hokkaido. If memory serves me right, it is one of the most beautiful lakes in Japan. Local fishermen call the carp from Lake Akan the snapper of the lake. That's how good they are. The carp, unusual for freshwater fish, has just the right amount of fat, and because of the water quality, the meat tastes so pure, just like snapper fillet. So now, you two chefs, show us what you've got, using the very best carp.
All right, today's battle, a rare opportunity to see Chaozhou cooking in action. Challenger Miyazawa working out of the longest-running hotel in Kyoto against Iron Chef Chinese Chen Kenichi, bound to emerge during the battle a breakthrough or two in Chinese cuisine. Opening gong sounds and this high-level Chinese cuisine battle's underway. The theme ingredient, carp, live in the tank from Lake Akan up north in Hokkaido. When the theme was unveiled, Chen's reaction, slight bewilderment, and look as he struggles to hold on to that one, getting it out of, whoa, alive and kicking. Doesn't want to go down just yet. Hattori, these fish are snapping and they're gigantic.
Yeah, these are quite big ones actually, about 3 feet in length, some of them, and weight-wise about 20 pounds, I believe.
Now, does the large size affect the taste?
Well, the ones from Lake Akan, they say bigger ones over 3 feet could be a bit on the bland side, but the ones like these will be really good in taste with just the right amount of fat on it, and these don't have any unpleasant smell to them.
All right. Now on the challenger side, Miyazawa's back, and oh, check it out. He's hammering the carp's head with the flat side of his cleaver, trying to knock it out right there.
Now, if you look at the head, it has a lump on it, and it almost looks prehistoric, doesn't it?
Right, that's a good description, a good way of putting it.
Fukui-san,
Go ahead, Ota.
the challenger has just added Thai-style long-grained rice to his steamer.
Okay, Thai rice. Maybe he'll cook some carp Thai style. And here, the Iron Chef scaling the carp, removing the scales.
Wow, look at those scales. They're huge.
And Fukusan,
bigger than my thumbnail.
Go ahead, Ota.
The number of carp these two chefs are using in today's battle is 2 each. The Iron Chef has 1 large one and 1 normal-sized one. The challenger has 2 of the large ones. Back to you.
All right, well, that should be enough to go around.
All right, so he does have a large one as well.
Yes, Miyazawa has 1 big one. And cooking this fish does involve some prep work, i.e. manual labor. And now at this point, let's introduce our guests for today's battle. Today's challengers from Kyoto, and we have an actor born in Kyoto, Kinya Kitoji. Thanks for coming.
Nice to be here.
You know, the challenger's the head chef of the Kyoto Hotel's Chinese restaurant.
Yes.
And have you ever been there before?
Yes, of course. Kyoto Hotel's food is very highly spoken of in Kyoto, including their Chinese cuisine. It's really very wonderful.
Great.
Yes.
And thanks for joining us today.
Yes.
And when I think about Kyoto, I think about Maiko Geisha Girls, and we have with us actress Maiko Kikuchi. How you doing?
Oh, I'm pleasure to be here.
Welcome. This is your first time here, and right there, see that, Marimo? The ball-shaped waterweed?
Yes. I was about to drink this.
No, don't do that. It's from Lake Akan. You ever been there before?
Well, I've been to Hokkaido, but I've never been to Lake Akan.
Well, the carp today's from Lake Akan also has the waterweed, which only grows in pristine waters.
Oh, do they actually eat this?
Well, that's a question for Doc.
Well, I guess they do eat water weeds too, but you don't want to eat too much of them, though.
Well, with the big mouth there, it's just a snack for them. All right, nice to have you. And of course, our commentator, Dr. Yukio Hattori.
Nice to be here.
And Hattori, here in Japan, carp's usually enjoyed as sashimi or in miso soup. What's big in Chinese cuisine?
Well, they prefer fried carp with a sweet and sour sauce. Quite popular.
All right, and a bit more info about the carp from Lake Akan as Miyazawa cleans that one. The carp look the same, but they're actually 2 types, one with white meat, the other with red flesh.
And the challenger has the red one here.
Yes, the red one, Miyazawa.
Oh, I see.
Now, the Iron Chef has a white one, and the white meat has more fat on it, I think, is the difference.
All right, the red color, it's not just because of the blood?
No, not at all.
So the meat itself, then, is red?
Right, yeah.
Okay, now over here, Iron Chef side that fish kicking up a storm. Ouch. Doesn't want that knife poke in the belly.
Fukusan?
Yes, go ahead.
The Iron Chef just told me that he might even use the scales in one dish.
The scales?
Wow.
And Fukusan,
Yes.
I asked the challenger about the red meat carp that he's got, and he said, yeah, I lucked out, I hit the jackpot, I've got the advantage now.
All right, so he wanted the carp with the red flesh and got it. Apparently 70% are white meat, 30% red, and you don't know which till they're opened up.
Well, I imagine the reason is, even though it's all carp, they're probably a different species or something along those lines.
It's good.
Carp sashimi?
Yeah, it's gonna be okay. As long as I stay sane in the next 1 hour. That's really pretty good.
Well, I guess that says something for the water quality of the lake.
Yes, and now here the challenger's got something else red on his side.
Oh, watermelon.
With some carp in it. Kitoji-san, any idea what this one's for?
For flavoring? Or he may use it to mask some fishy smell. Or maybe not, I could be wrong.
Fukusan?
Yes.
He did say these don't have any strong smell.
Go ahead, Ota.
Sorry to interrupt. In this container, the watermelon added to the carp meat, as Kitoji-san mentioned, is to remove the fishy smell.
Kitoji, you scored some points there.
Oh, incredible.
Just a wild guess, right? So to remove the fishy smell, the carp meat soaking in watermelon, that's a wild
15
one.
minutes have elapsed.
All right, 15 minutes gone today. Top quality carp airlifted in from northern Japan's Lake Akan up there in Hokkaido. They call this the snapper of the lake. And the Iron Chef's now got some chicken wings down with the carp in that pan. What an odd looking pair he's got.
Yeah, looks that,
Fukusan?
Take it.
In this container over here on the Iron Chef side, he has included the head of the carp, chicken wings, tenjan oil, regular soy sauce, and bean paste soy sauce.
All right, and we'll see what he does with that. Now, here we go on the challenger side. Miyazawa with the smaller one, not quite submerged there and splashing it. What is this for?
I think this is to also deaden the smell by dipping it into hot water very lightly.
Just hot water? No stock in it?
Yeah, just the hot water, I think. And he'll probably pull it out pretty quickly.
He'd better. It's starting to cook.
Yeah, to only get rid of the raw smell.
Yes.
He says this is just regular hot water.
All right, got it. Now, up in the royal box today, some bellhops and other employees of the Kyoto Hotel, and right there is the master chef of Kyoto Hotel, Sarayuki Hotta. And with all his colleagues looking on, challenger Miyazawa's knee-deep in it, whipping out his Chaozhou chops to try to defeat the Iron Chef today. And the Iron Chef now, he's got the chopped up head and tail and chicken wings. They are being deep fried.
Okay, I have to think this is going to be a stewed item. Fry them first, then stew.
Yes.
When I asked the Iron Chef about his strategy today, he said, I've decided to switch gears. The carp meat is really good. I've never had any this good, and that means I can prepare some raw dishes too. I'm really excited.
All right, well, his mood has brightened considerably from the start, and now here's the challenger's fish that we saw earlier, the one that got the hot water bath. Should be clean and odor-free after the hot water treatment.
Now, I'm going to say this one is for boiling.
Right here in this pot?
Yeah.
Well, he's added some herbs to it. Honeywort or something.
Doesn't look like a Chinese herb. Yeah, I'd say honeywort.
Okay.
That's what it appears to be.
Fukui-san?
Yes.
About the green garnishing that was added to the carp fillet dish just now, there it is. He says it's Chinese celery.
Oh, okay, Chinese celery.
And several lime slices in there, too.
Yeah, we can guarantee that's lime. Now, this is a typical Chaozhou cooking technique for stewing.
Okay, and now over here, Iron Chef's side.
This is a tsago.
How about just an earthen pot, Doc? My Chinese vocabulary is already exhausted. The Iron Chef now going with an earthen pot for the fried chicken and wings and
the head of the carp in here as well.
Yes.
Commenting about the Chaozhou cuisine, the Iron Chef says, yeah, it's great food. One of my favorites. The hors d'oeuvres are very refined. I love them, he says.
Great. Some people say that among the 8 major cooking styles of Chinese cuisine, Chaozhou is probably the best one for the Japanese palate, to the taste of the Japanese people.
Okay, now if we can look at the challenger here, I think these are cured plums.
Umeboshi, yes, on the challenger side with the fish that he's boiling.
Yeah, the salt-cured plums.
Now, how does this fit in with Chaozhou cooking, Doc?
Well, actually, this is very typical, adding sourness to these items for stewing. Now, this maybe won't be a soy sauce-based flavor, after all.
Go ahead.
I have a list of ingredients being used here. Chinese celery, limes, Chinese herbs, salt-cured plums or umeboshi, laurel leaves, red chili, chenpi, and star anise.
All right, you've got it covered. And Miyazawa's now slicing some carp meat.
And what's that? A gourd?
On Chen's side?
Yeah.
Oh, this one, that's winter melon.
Winter melon going into the earthen pot stew.
Yeah, it'll taste good after absorbing all the flavors.
Fukui-san?
Yes.
Getting back to a moment ago where the challenger was slicing and dicing some raw carp, that you see here is actually not just raw. He marinated that meat in a mixture of celery, shallots, garlic, onions, carrots, water, salt, and seasoning first. Then he let that chill in the fridge for a while, and that's what he was slicing.
So he dipped it into something beforehand?
Yes, it had been marinated beforehand.
Oh, that's interesting.
All right, we got that explained. We thought it was simple carp sashimi. No, something out of the ordinary. And now still with Miyazawa.
Okay, the challenger here. Now, what do we have here? What is this?
He's got the fat netting pulled out.
Oh, yeah, that's the pork.
And what's next to it? Fruit? Papaya, is it?
Papaya and foie gras, I believe.
Papaya, foie gras, marinated carp meat, all to go into the fat netting. My.
Yeah, wrapping them all together there.
Looks almost like French food being prepared.
Yeah, very much so.
He's crossed over. All right, now we'll check in on the one with the watermelon.
Now, I wonder how he's going to be cooking this.
Yeah.
Probably add something to it before serving, I guess.
Hitoji-san, you mean cook together?
Or not cook it at all. Yeah.
Fukui-san?
Yes.
We just got word that the Iron Chef is gathering up all the carp fins.
The Iron Chef?
Iron Chef is?
That's right.
All right, a collection. Fin City right there. Are these for decoration? How would you use them, Doc? Help us out here.
Well, normally fins can be eaten after stewing them for a long time, and then it makes the gelatin soft enough. After all, we do eat shark fins, right?
Right, sure.
So carp fin dishes were actually the inspiration of shark fin dishes in Chinese cooking, and I'm hoping he makes some for us.
All right, yes.
In this wok, the Iron Chef is simmering fried carp meat in a soup made of garlic, ginger, hot bean paste, chunyan chili paste, and chili oil.
All right, hot and spicy looking. And 30 minutes down, 30 to go in this Chaozhou versus Szechuan Chinese cuisine battle. The wars of the old dynasties revisited. The chefs using for ammo carp from Hokkaido's Lake Akan.
Fukui-san.
Yes.
I asked the Iron Chef what he's up to gathering all these fins, and he said, I'm going to steam them so that we can enjoy the webbing of the fins along with the meat. This size will be easy to eat and will taste great.
All right, Doc, you hit it on the head, not the fish's head.
Okay, now if we can look at the Iron Chef here.
He's not cutting all the way through, a delicate touch.
Okay, now I'm hoping he's going to prepare a sweet and sour sauce for the top of this. I love that. It's a great dish.
We'll see if your prediction comes true. Now to the challenger side, he's got 2 types of rolls here.
Fukui-san?
Yes.
Reconfirming what the challenger has here, 2 items. The marinated carp topped with foie gras and wrapped with the fatty netting, and the other one is the same marinated filet combined with papaya in another kind of wrapping.
Oh.
All right, papaya used in the one with the fat netting. So here we see foie gras and papaya, but used separately.
Okay, the one with papaya, the wrapping is rice paper.
Rice paper?
Yeah, right.
Like a spring roll.
Exactly.
Fukui-san.
Yes.
An interesting tidbit about the challenger's stew. He says, yeah, it is typical chaoju recipe, usually used for cooking springer and other ocean fish, but I just had to be adventurous and try it with carp.
All right, the stew normally made with the saltwater fish, but today it's a fresh one.
Yeah.
Now, back to the Iron Chef's side. He's deep frying it. You're halfway there, Doc. Some sauce will be poured over these.
Again, I'm requesting the sweet and sour sauce, please. I don't know what he's going to do.
I wonder if he's taking requests today. Now, back to the challenger. Yes.
What the challenger is frying here is the carp and foie gras wrapped in the fat netting. He rolled these in batter before deep frying them.
A batter dip and a fresh fry.
And this just in, Fukui-san, the Iron Chef has sprinkled the scales with cornstarch and is just about to fry them.
Man alive.
Okay, that sounds good. It's going to be a very crispy fish scale cracker.
Close up, these scales are humongous. Some of them almost the size of a silver dollar.
They're huge.
It's a coelacanth.
All right, now, Challenger Miyazawa, the yellow liquid, believe it's egg yolk there.
Yeah, I'm frying them right now. These are the ones in rice paper.
Why coat it with egg yolk?
Boy, these also have the papayas inside, right?
Yeah, but what's the color about?
Fukui-san.
Well, it's probably one of the gold color.
Yes, go ahead, Ota.
The batter that the challenger has chosen for this dish contains custard powder and eggs.
All right, now we got
good.
it. Custard powder. There's the strong yellow color. Now, back to the Iron Chef. Fried items been removed.
Fukui-san?
Yes.
You might want to write this down. This pot contains water, garlic, ginger, hot bean paste, chili oil, fried carp pieces, sugar, soy sauce, Chinese celery, pork belly, salt, Chinese rice wine, and egg yolks with more cornstarch and water mixed in. Back to you.
So many ingredients.
This would be great on steamed rice.
About 15 things in there. I gave up after 5. Pork belly, though, and hot bean paste, of course.
Yeah, he's really adding to the depth of the flavor by using the pork belly.
That's the way you do it.
It's
as it
definitely
bubbles.
going to have an effect.
Chen's a genius at mixing flavors and perfecting them. And now Miyazawa's breaking out his watermelon-soaked carp.
Oh, that looks great.
Yeah, just as they are.
Uncooked carp and watermelon. And less than 15 minutes left in the battle now.
So this is marinated carp sashimi watermelon flavor.
That says it all.
Fukui-san.
And that'll be a good first for us. Yes.
Concerning the item that the challenger was frying using custard powder and eggs, he tells me that it's not chaoju style, that it's actually Cantonese food.
Oh, okay.
All right, thanks, Ota.
Well, carp is very popular in Cantonese cuisine as well.
Well, the stew at least is pure chaoju cooking.
Right, and he's putting a lot of effort to the stew as well.
You think he's using a lot of soy sauce in his dishes?
Actually, not that I've noticed, no.
Okay.
So it'll be a very subtle flavor.
Yeah, mild and light.
Not too heavy.
No.
He's using a lot of soy sauce?
Not that I've noticed, no.
So it'll be a very subtle flavor.
Yeah, mild and light, right.
Not too heavy.
No.
Fukui-san?
Yes.
On the Iron Chef's side, the dish that, there it is, that had been stewing in the earthen pot, he is now chilling in a container in ice water.
What's up with that?
Okay,
Stewing and then chilling.
I think he wants to get a jelly-like substance like terrine.
A terrine, all right. Chill
Fukui-san.
out. It's cool. Go ahead.
The latest on the carp fins the Iron Chef had is he has added salt, soy sauce, lard, and ginger for flavoring and has put them into a steamer.
Okay, thanks, Ota.
Okay, into a steamer.
Yes, replay the steamer employed, and now we're beginning to see the dishes gradually take shape on both sides of the kitchen. Original creations Chinese style with the freshest of carp.
Okay, now this right here, could this be evaporated milk that he's thrown in?
Fukui-san.
Yes.
Yes, it is evaporated milk on the Iron Chef side, and it also has ginger, scallions, red chili, and Chinese soup stock.
Okay, to be used in combo with the filet?
Did you see him preparing slices of filet? I didn't.
Well, not lately. Maybe not at all. Okay, now the challenger's scooping his Thai rice right there into the wok.
Okay, so a fried rice?
Fukui-san?
Yes.
I cornered Chef Hota up in the royal box, who says Miyazawa is doing great as usual. As for me, you say you want me to challenge an Iron Chef in the near future? Well, maybe sometime in the far future, haha. But getting back to Miyazawa, I just can't see him losing this one.
Well, Chef Hota is one of the top French chefs in Japan, so...
Without a doubt.
Yeah, and many chefs look up to him.
We've got to get him on the show. He can take on Sakai.
Get to work on that, will you?
All right. And now the clock is winding down, and Miyazawa continues to fry the Thai rice while his boss monitors his every move. He did add something to it seconds ago, and back now with the Iron Chef, and this, the cooled-down carp concoction, and rice to the side, the rice not flavored.
No, his dishes are best with just plain old steamed rice.
Yes, sir, I agree with you on that one.
By the way, I want to know what happened with those fried items that he had before.
Oh, the ones that you've been waiting for, right,
Yeah,
Doc?
yeah. So
okay,
he's going to
let's
pour...
pan there. There they are.
So it's going to get poured over this,
Pour
maybe.
what?
The sweet and sour sauce.
Did you see him making any sweet and sour sauce?
Might do that in the last minute.
Yeah, right, exactly.
All right. And now we're going to switch back to Miyazawa. He's got his hands on the fried carp and on the rice there.
So he's added fried carp to this.
Fried carp on fried rice, Chaozhou style with carp.
Okay, well, in Hong Kong, you see many fried fish used in dishes. So that's probably the image that he's following here.
Well, I tell you, it even looks like it's smoked there, the meat there.
Yeah,
but this
it does.
is the fried one, I believe.
Fukusan?
Yes.
This is fried carp.
Okay.
And I asked the challenger whether this fried rice is an original. He said, I got the hint from Japanese-style rice and tea. Some add rice crackers on top, and he thought fried carp would be a good alternative.
Well, there's the inspiration.
Okay, so he's going to pour tea over this, hot tea over top.
Or some very mild soup over it.
Yes.
Maybe.
That's a possibility. After all, he is from Kyoto.
All right, now back on the Iron Chef's side.
Okay,
this
no.
one's been under wraps here. Some carp meat among the items in this.
Okay, hang on a sec. If we can get back to the challenger, see, he's also frying the scales here.
Yes, a straight deep fried job. No coating, no nothing. Perhaps a garnish for one of the dishes.
Oh, they're.
Maybe
look
he's
strange.
saying this is his way of saying anything you can do, Iron Chef, I can do as well.
Fukusan?
Yes.
Yes, the Iron Chef has a dish which has a plate and a glass, if we can get another shot of it. There it is. Do you see the item with corn in it?
Yes.
That's a combination of carp fillet pieces, salt, Chinese rice wine, egg whites, and cornstarch mixed with oil and fried. And he then added corn and broad beans, after which he stirred in the sauce with the evaporated milk base.
All right.
And voila, this is what you see.
Evaporated milk sauce finds its home there.
All right, still got a shot for the sweet and sour sauce.
Oh, so far so good.
And Chan breaks out the noodles on his side, and so his full course is really filling out now.
5 minutes to
5
go.
minutes left.
I may not make it. Oh, well, if I don't make it, I don't make it. Yeah,
Only
just keep
5
going.
minutes left. Can he get the dish done?
He's just saying that.
Oh, yeah, he's under control.
All right, now the challenger, some oolong cha, oolong tea. This a separate entity from the tea for the fried rice?
Yeah, I think this will just be plain old tea served on the side.
All right, the way of tea.
Fukusan.
Yes.
Talking about the noodles we just saw, the Iron Chef says, I'm going to add them to the stew I'm making in the earthen pot. I really dug a hole for myself, he says, by changing strategy, but it's not over yet.
All right, he'll add the noodles to the stew.
That's how I understood it.
Okay, into the stew. I see.
All right, well, he's got only a little over 2 minutes to get the noodles in, finish the cooking, get the dish off, and Chen's cutting it close with this one. Crunch time for him.
Fukusan.
Yes.
About the fried scales the challenger was preparing, he has also coated them with a sugar and water syrup.
I didn't catch that, Ota. The Iron Chef?
No, the challenger.
Okay, the challenger, he did add a flavor component to the fried scales. Now, here the Iron Chef's unflavored yet, I believe, but time is really the issue now for him.
Fukusan.
Yes.
The challenger just told me that he forgot to mention that before enjoying his courses, tea will be served. It's a must for Chaozhou-style dining, influenced by Fujian-style cuisine.
Oh.
And there's a taste test by the challenger.
Okay, well, where's my sweet and sour sauce?
Wake up, Doc. Dream's over.
Oh, man. Hey, wait a minute. Moment of truth there.
Wow. Less than a minute.
This is not sweet and sour sauce.
Well, it looks like it.
Fukusan?
Yes.
Hattori-san will be pleased to know that this is garlic, ginger, ketchup, water, salt, sugar, cornstarch, and scallions.
Well, okay, we got the sweet part at least.
All
so-
right, Doc. Half a loaf, better than none. Now the final seconds are ticking. Miyazawa, the Chaozhou-style Chinese cuisine expert from Kyoto, and Iron Chef Chen Kenichi, specializing in Szechuan-style cooking. They've battled to the hilt these 60 minutes.
seconds to go.
30 seconds remaining now. Miyazawa inspecting his lineup of dishes. He's nearly done. It all looks good. Nice presentation right there with the flower and orchid on the plate on top. Chen behind the 8-ball to try to finish up everything. Perspiration, no vacation for the Iron Chef today. The theme threw him for a loop, and he's been playing catch-up most of the way. 10 seconds left now. Order on Miyazawa's side. They've got everything done. Disarray on Chen's. The Iron Chef and his assistants, they're scrambling over there to try to finish it up in time. They have made it, though. That's it. The cooking's done. The carp battle is over.
How was the battle?
Very short.
Short?
Yeah.
How about your dishes?
So-so, I'd say.
Just so-so?
Yes.
Have you beaten the Iron Chef?
I really would like to win.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Another thriller.
Great fun with that huge carp. So I had to switch my game to plan B.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, well, the fins look good. Every piece of it looked good. I just wish I had more time to do this carp.
You look pretty rushed.
I wanted more time.
And your dishes?
Well, they're okay. The taste is what I was looking for, but it's not what I think. It's up to the judge's preferences.
Challenger Miyazawa is offering 6 dishes. Before starting, tasters will follow the Chaozhou style and enjoy tea. The first dish, carp liver with fermented tofu, a graceful presentation of boiled heart, liver, and other innards in a tofu sauce. Second, carp and watermelon hors d'oeuvre, a cool and refreshing way to enjoy carp sashimi with no trace of a fishy smell. Third is carp stew, Chaozhou style. It's the carp broth which adds a profound taste to this dish. Various herbs and spices are used to present the natural flavor of the carp in a sophisticated fashion. Fourth, fried carp, 2 flavors matching foie gras and papaya with sliced carp fillet, 2 ingredients which surprisingly match perfectly with the filleted meat. Carp fried rice with tea. He first steamed Thai rice before boiling it, more proof of Chaozhou style cooking involving many steps. The crispy texture and flavor of the fried carp fillet is enjoyed together with the rice. Last is carp scale biscuits. Sweetened with chocolate syrup, it's a nice way to close out the full-course dinner. Iron Chef Chen has 5 dishes. He starts off with a carp hors d'oeuvre, 2 items. The first, Szechuan-style sashimi to be enjoyed in a special hot sauce. The second, stir-fried carp in garlic. Evaporated milk is the key to this item. Second is steamed carp fins. He steamed the fins in Chinese rice wine. Tasters can enjoy the gelatin texture of the fins. Scallions accentuate this masterpiece of mildness. Third is carp terrine, Chinese style. The Iron Chef's Szechuan hot sauce is controlled with superb precision. This cold dish matches quite well with steaming boiled rice. Fried carp with sweet and sour sauce. The carp slices are presented in the shape of chrysanthemum flowers. The sauce is a delightful match for the pieces of crispy fried carp fillet. Last is carp stew, Szechuan style. Noodles will be added just prior to serving. The fried head and tail of the carp were used to make the broth, adding body and depth to the overall flavor. With so many ingredients added, a homemade stew recipe is turned into an Iron Chef production. Today's challenger, Kaoru Miyazawa from Kyoto, with expertise in one of Chinese cuisine's lesser-known styles, Chaozhou cooking. For his opponent, Miyazawa gives us a classic matchup, choosing Szechuan specialist Iron Chef Chinese Chen Kenichi. Chairman Kaga delivers on 2 fronts, unveiling the theme, Carp, a Chinese cuisine tester and the snapper of Lake Akan. Miyazawa doesn't miss a beat on his way to producing a set of 6 dishes. It wasn't as smooth for the Iron Chef, but he delivers 5 on time for evaluation. And now the moment of truth, tasting and judgment. On the panel today are photographer Tenmei Kano, actress Maiko Kikuchi, actor Kinya Kitaoji, and culinary critic Asako Kishi. First, the dishes of challenger Miyazawa.
Yes, we use fruit, yes.
The carp is very crispy, and it matches well with the watermelon, really. And the Japanese ginger also adds a nice flavor, I think.
It's a very refreshing dish, and the carp is so fresh. But I wanted a stronger flavor, just a little bit.
The third dish, carp stew, is served by challenger Miyazawa.
How you boil the fish is really key to this dish, yes.
When I had the soup, it was a bit too salty. But when I had the fish, it was great.
The soup has absorbed the flavor of the carp. And, well, this dish is a nice way to enjoy carp.
This is a freshwater fish with a mysterious flavor, I'd say. I've never had anything like this. I say this is really good.
Oh, I fried one after wrapping foie gras in it. The other, I wrapped carp and papaya in rice paper and then fried them.
I can't tell where the carp meat is in this. And then really, it's a bit strange. But the flavor of the inside is very good. Really delicious. But again, I'm not sure where the carp is, that's all.
Carp meat alone is almost tasteless, in my opinion, so it's a matter of what kind of flavoring we experience. I like the challenger's approaches, yes.
最初ご飯だけお茶をかける前に少し食べて、お茶をかけて食べましたけども、その違いと言いますかいかがですか？
For me, there's no comparison. I like it with the tea. You made this to pour tea over, right?
Yes, that's correct.
This is a wonderful way to end a meal. It's really relaxing.
I've heard Chaozu cooking is known for its seafood dishes, but I think he did a great job in handling the freshwater fish.
And now Iron Chef Chen's dishes are before the panel.
I tasted the fillet. It was very similar to snapper, so I changed gears. See, I've also added Szechuan classics.
The fermented soybean paste is very nice. You don't want to use it too much on it, but this is a unique form of sashimi, I'd say.
Like he said, too much hot sauce would make it difficult to eat. But if you eat it together with the other item, it's wonderful.
You know, fish fins are very good. You suck on the fins to eat them.
For the first time, I smell the carp. I mean the aroma of the carp. It's not a fishy smell.
This is my first time. It's very good.
Thank you.
It might also be good floated on warm sake.
Thank you.
That might be good.
I had this many times as I was growing up. The gelatin hardens like jelly overnight. You put that cold onto steaming rice. I had this many times.
The flavor is very strong, but it has a gentle feeling to it, reminding me of a family dinner table. That's how I feel.
You put this on steaming rice, and you eat it as the gelatin is starting to melt. Sounds so good.
Now the Szechuan stew is served by the Iron Chef after adding the noodles.
This would be great. Sorry, when you're outside in location in the winter.
I don't really go for hot dishes, usually, but this is okay. If it was hotter, I think I would probably be sweating. But this is not so hot,
That's
actually.
right, yeah.
I can't help comparing this dish against the challenger's similar dish. I think the challenger's carp was lighter, so to speak. Yeah, like a middle-aged woman,
What? Oh, my. I like this dish. It's very gentle and warm. A homemade stew. The flavor is complex, but you know, the carp from Lake Akan is very good. It speaks of the water quality there.
And now the verdict, moments away. Who catches the big one today?
Kyoto の中華は私の口には合わない。その言葉を撤回したいと思います。ごめんなさい。審査は2対2で分かれました。得点差で勝敗が決まります。それでは発表します。
Today in Kitchen Stadium, Chaozu versus Szechuan cooking. Both Chinese yet markedly different in approaches to the theme. Challenger Miyazawa rising to the occasion, and Iron Chef Chen having to go all out. Now both men wait, perhaps feeling like a live carp about to be sliced open. Who takes it? Whose cuisine reigns supreme? It's the Iron Chef. Chen wins. A decision on points. He squeaks by. A major victory over an expert in Chaozu cooking. A tough battle, but he gets through with the W. And both men can stand tall and proud. Miyazawa's got nothing to feel bad about today. All right, let's check the scores. Kano, 18-17, the challenger. Kikuchi, 18-17, the Iron Chef. Kitoji, 19-17, the Iron Chef. Kishi, 19-18, the challenger. 2-2, go to points. It's 72-71. Chen edges Miyazawa in the cart battle by a fish scale thin margin of 1. Can't get any closer of a shave than that. changing gears midway through, and the resourcefulness to get the job done, Iron Chef Chinese Chen Kenichi still on top.